Good evening. Welcome to CSB IAS Academy Current Affairs Bulletin. Let us see today's current affairs. In India, we all know that we have progressive taxation. If you earn more, you need to pay more. This is called progressive taxation. And 2 years back, we have seen Cave Coffee Day owner VG Siddhartha committing suicide. His allegation is he accused tax authorities of harassing him and persecuting him. In fact, a new term have become very famous called tax terrorism. A new term have become very famous called tax terrorism. So, Prime Minister Narendra Modi today launched transparency taxation platform to benefit honest taxpayers. Modi ji today launched transparency taxation platform to benefit honest taxpayers. See, if you pay tax exceeding expediting refunds, speedy refund, benefiting honest taxpayers, easy compliance. In fact, Prime Minister Modi said, our tax system should be people centric and public friendly. Our tax system should be people centric and public friendly. So, three main features of today's transparent taxation platform are this is very important. Three main features of today's platform are number one, faceless assessment. So, personal interactions, nothing are required. Faceless assessment. Number two, faceless appeals. Number three, most important, taxpayers charter. So, charter means the rights of taxpayers. So if there is a face, if you go physically, there might be a chance of corruption and other things. There might be a chance of harassment. But now, faceless assessment, faceless appeals, and taxpayers chapter. Modi ji said, where there is complexity, there is a problem in compliance. Where there is complexity, there is a problem in compliance. That means wherever there is a tough rules, compliance will become difficult. So he wanted to have good governance in tax system. And Modi ji have focused initially in economic inclusion, particularly Jandan Yojana, increasing last mile connectivity banking system. So he wanted to make the people to include into the banking system through various financial inclusion systems. And Modi ji also wanted to promote faceless tax assessment. First of all, you should know a point. Our entire bank transactions, our entire information, bank account numbers, what is the transaction that we have made, everything, the data in a proper format will come with our single PAN number. So if tax authorities type our PAN number, every pro forma will come. In fact, uh, this is the thing which you need to understand. And in the modern day, because of this PAN system, every detail will come into the system. And Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said 13th August, today is a landmark day in the history of tax administration. And with this, big data analytics, artificial intelligence, and other technologies will be used in tax administration rather than personally managing the data. And this is a major direct tax reform, I can say. And this will pave the way for direct tax code also in future. Direct tax code also in future. So this is what is Modi launched today. Transparency taxation platform to benefit honest taxpayers. Next important news. Israel successfully tested advanced missile defense system. Today, that is 13th August, Israel successfully tested advanced missile defense system. In fact, it tested an interceptor missile defense system. to protect the country from long range ballistic attacks. Any type of ballistic attack. Ballistic means so any attack from Iran, Syria, anything. Israel can protect itself. In fact, Israel has multi-layered system. Multi-layered system. So multi-layered protection system, that is very important. And this particular protection system, missile defense system, is called Arrow 2. ARROW, Arrow 2. And one more news is Israel have tested this with the help of America. Israel have tested this with the help of America. This shows Israel's technological prowess. And Israel's multi-layered defense system includes Iron Dome. Remember, Israel's multi-layered protection system. Multi-layered defense system includes Iron Dome, David's Sling, SLI in the sling, and Arrow 3. Now Arrow 2 also. So now Israel can protect itself from any missile attacks from Iran, Iraq, Syria, and elsewhere also. With the help of America, Iran was successful in doing this. This is important news. Next important news, in fact, a bad news. In Bangalore, minimum at least 3 people died because of violence over a reported derogatory remark about Prophet Muhammad. I'm repeating, over a reported derogatory remark about Prophet Muhammad, 3 people were killed and many were injured in Bangalore. The Facebook post, the Facebook post, which was offensive to the Muslims, they have it sparked a protest. It sparked a protest in Bangalore in which police station was attacked. In which police station was attacked. The elders of the community asked the young people to be peaceful and non-violent, but young were enraged on this. And persons behind the social media post were already arrested. The people who have made that post were already arrested. This is the news. And in this news, you can expect a mains question and essay question. Social media. Social media means Twitter, Facebook, WhatsApp, how we are using it, Instagram. You know, boys' locker room issue, how they have shared obscene photos of women. In the same way, recently Prashant Bhushan, contempt of court through Twitter. All these things, if you see, how we are using social media, what type of repercussions we are facing through social media, all these things, social media is a boon or a bane, or you may get a mains question, impact of social media and challenges relating to the social media in the present society. So how we are using another. You might get a mains question or essay question. Kindly prepare an answer for this. Next important news. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh launched an organization, NIIO. NIIO. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh launched an organization, NIIO, Naval Innovation and Indigenization Organization. So a new organization was established in India called NIIO, Naval Innovation and Indigenization Organization, through a online webinar. And Uttar Pradesh CM Yogi Adityanath also participated in this. What is this innovation and indigenization? See, in the naval technology, in the defense, we have 3 forces: Air Force, Army, and Navy. In the naval technology, we need new technologies. That's called innovation. Second is indigenization. Indigenization means local manufacturing. So NIIO, that is Naval Innovation and Indigenization Organization, have twin objects, 2 objects. One is innovation. Innovation means creativity. Second is local manufacturing. So this NIIO has a 3-tier setup. This NIIO has a 3-tier setup. The important thing in NIIO is Naval Technology Acceleration Council, NTAC. Naval Technology Acceleration Council, NTAC. And just kindly remember, this NIIO is going to be a sea change if it is used properly. If it is used properly, because we need indigenization, that is Atmanirbhar Bharat. Also, Defense Make in India program, Atmanirbhar Bharat, we can connect this answer with this NIIO. Next important news. Retail inflation worsens to 6.93 in July from 6.23 in June. See, actually, the inflation target is from 4% to 6%, but it went beyond. Inflation remained above the target levels of RBI. Retail inflation rose to 6.93%, and food prices gone up. In fact, food inflation is heavy, 9.62%. Food inflation is very high, 9.62%, and common man is suffering with this. And let's see how it's going to. You know that gold price increased, inflation increased, all these things increased these times. And Rajasthan, you have seen the entire drama in Rajasthan from last 20 days. The entire drama. See, first, the deputy CM with all rebels went out. Anti-defection law, the role of speaker, the role of high court, the role of Supreme Court, the role of governor, every institution, every constitutional body have come out. And after that, now there was a truce. Truce means a peace. And tomorrow it seems that Rajasthan government again going to have a conference motion in Rajasthan Legislative Assembly, and there was a peace deal that was, internally party made it between the CM Ashok Gehlot and Deputy CM Sachin Pilot and all the rebels. So at least Rajasthan this time should have a stable government. Let's hope for that. But there are many polity terms like no conference motion, anti-defection law, and Governor's discretionary powers, Article 163, and the post of speaker, all these things. And High Court, can it involve, judiciary, can it involve in anti-defection law before speaker takes a final call? All these things have come into discussion because of Rajasthan episode. So it is more important for students rather than now for politicians. Next important news. Coming to next important news, bubonic plague. Bubonic plague. It's the most common form of plague. It is very lethal and infectious, a deadly plague, which is caused by Yersinia pestis. Yersinia, Yersinia pestis, pestis. Yersinia pestis is a bacteria that lives mainly in rodents and their fleas. Fleas means insects, FLEAS. So rodent means you all know, we call in Telugu elukalu avani. Rodents. China and Mongolia now are facing bubonic plague, and in Russia also thousands of people are taking the vaccine against the bubonic plague. And here, bubonic plague is the most common form of plague, and it is claiming many lives right now. And bubonic plague is also known as Black Death. Black Death. Plague is one of the deadliest diseases in the history. One of the deadliest diseases in the history. And I told you it is caused by Yersinia pestis, a bacteria. This is very important. Yersina, Yersinia pestis, which is a bacteria that lives mainly in rodents. If rodent bites us, or if you touch an infectious rodent, sometimes this will also come through dogs and cats if they touch these infectious diseases. If they eat some insects, which can cause this bubonic plague. And why it is called Black Death? It is called Black Death because when you get this plague, your fingers and toes will become black. When we get this plague, our fingers and toes become very, very black. This is called bubonic plague. Kindly read about this. Very important. Next important thing, baby Milky Way discovered 12 billion light years away. Baby Milky Way discovered 12 billion light years away. It is the farthest galaxy which is resembling our Milky Way. The galaxy is called as SPTO 41847, and it is the farthest galaxy. So a baby Milky Way was discovered 12 billion light years away. It was discovered by European Southern Observatory. European Southern Observatory. Much news has to come about this. We need to wait for the news. And next important news, PM Swanidhi. Pradhan Mantri Street Vendors Atmanirbhar Nidhi. PM Swanidhi. Swanidhi means Pradhan Mantri Street Vendors Atmanirbhar Nidhi. 1 lakh loan sanctioned for the street vendors under PM Swanidhi. And the scheme targets 50 lakh beneficiaries. So the features of any important scheme are very important for prelims, even for mains. The features and challenges of any important scheme is very important for prelims and mains. The PM Swanidhi, Pradhan Mantri Street Vendors Atmanirbhar Nidhi, was started on July 2nd, 2020. 1 lakh loans has already been sanctioned. The target is 50 lakh beneficiaries. It was launched by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. It is launched by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. It is a micro credit scheme. It's a micro credit scheme to the street vendors. And it's a part of Atmanirbhar Bharat. It's a part of Atmanirbhar Bharat. And vendors will get working capital up to 10,000 rupees. Street vendors will get working capital up to 10,000 rupees. They have to repay it in monthly installments within a year. They have to repay it. It's not a free loan. They have to repay. Loans would be given without any collateral. No collateral is required. And SIDB is the implementing agency. This might be important question. SIDB, SIDBI. SIDB is the implementing agency. And no penalty for early repayment of loan. No penalty for early repayment of loan. If they pay the loan early, then they will get some interest subsidy also. And this scheme incentivizes digital transactions. This is also important point. This scheme incentivizes digital transactions by the street vendors through monthly cashback. So if you promote digital transaction in street vending, then that will be supported by the government by giving some cashback offers also. So all these things are the important news for today. Tomorrow will be coming, and today in all the newspapers they wrote, in almost all the newspapers. Yesterday I have covered that news. The news is about equal property rights for women in the ancestral property with retrospective application. So Hindu Succession Act got amended in 2005. Women got equal property rights with retrospective effect. So women can inherit ancestral property. This is a major change in promoting equality in India, and this is a progressive change, and all newspapers applauded this. And all this news, if you want to have in PDF format, you can see CSB Balata CSBIS Academy Telegram channel. You can get all the PDFs every day. What all I am discussing is from those CSB Telegram channels. News PDFs are available there. Okay, thank you.